What's up, guys? So jumping back on here with the BlackStar HT-1R. So this is the 1 watt head in the HT series that features the reverb. And so this is one of my favorite amps. I picked it up for about $112. I think it was 126, yeah, because I paid like 99 bucks or something on Guitar Center used website, right? So like 99 bucks plus the shipping 26, so like 120 something dollars from I believe it came from Florida to Houston, Texas, where I live, North Houston. And immediately when I plugged it in, I was incredibly happy with it. Now, I believe I picked up this amp before I got like the Micro Dark and the Piranha, so for me, this was my micro head, right? In contrast to like the 6505, the 6505 is more versatile. But the thing is, these two amps right here, occupy different aspects of the frequency spectrum. So what I do is actually I'll run the 6505 through my Marshall 4x12, and then I'll run this BlackStar through my Cannabis Rex isolation cab, and then I blend them over here with my mixer right here, the Focus 18i8. So when you do that, you're able to get the highs, the lows from this amp, and then the mids and the highs from the PV6505. So, you know, they as a stereo rig configuration, they're both very amazing. The only drawback to this 1 watt amp is there's no effects loop. So you have to utilize the reverb or use a different mixer with effects loop on the mixer to then use delay. That's what I used to do with this when I was on the other side of the room. My previous videos with this BlackStar HT1, they were all ran that way, right? So I was able to get delay through my effects loop on my board, which isn't a big deal, right? Because you have microphones coming off the cabinet into the board, and then you have your effects loop with a delay pedal right there on the board, and then out to headphone or monitor or, you know, just output. So that's what I used to do with this amp, and I really haven't done it yet since I've been on this side of the room. It's really nice to have that though, because also the distortion characters are very different. So we're in the lead channel or the overdrive channel. So let's go to the clean channel. Let's hang out there. That little red thing is something my wife gave me a long time ago, and I've just kept it on my amps, you know, because when I'm in here, I'm always thinking about her, right? So yeah, the clean channel has a very broad dynamic range, meaning like whenever you strike those strings, it really just kind of jumps at you, and if you're not paying attention, it can really overpower the signal. And that's one thing I do like about using real tube amps, right? Because this has a preamp tube and a power amp tube, you know, and I have a 12AX7 in both slots, right? The electro harmonics and a groove tube, I think. I think the way these amps are set up is like all the way to the left is American and all the way to the right is like Britain. Yeah, the low range response from this amp is really nice. I don't know why. I don't know why it sounds, to my ears, you know, my deaf ears, it's just really good. I really like the low range response on this amp. And when like I said, when I use it with the 6505, I feel like I have the whole spectrum there. So let's go over to the other side. Also, when you mess with the gain, I actually like being in the gain channel or the clean channel and throwing a metal pedal on it, or like actually all this amp really needs is like a tube screamer or like the EP booster, and you're there. Yeah, see, it's already breaking up. Yeah, it's already there. All you need is just a little bit of a boost from an EP booster, or like I was saying, a tube screamer. The overall simplicity of this amp is very desirable in that I really don't have to think too hard. Just set it and go. And pretty much all the tones, minus the maxed on each side ISF, are desirable. Yeah, I really enjoy it a lot. Now, when I was saying about the low frequency on the gain channel, on like the gain, in order to get that choppy, genty, metally tone, chug sound, you do have to put a tube screamer in there, or at least an EQ pedal to kind of tighten up those frequencies. But that's not a bad thing. Just a little bit of massage, you know. Yep, not bad. So, go back into the gain channel. Woo! Yeah, that's definitely gonna blow up. It's funny because I have to dime up all my stuff because this is such a 1 watt amp on the 4x12. And I can't just like when I go off this amp and put the other amp onto the whole network that I have running here, I have to like dial back all my levels because it's a 1 watt amp, man. I mean, it doesn't really get loud. And the headphone out on this amp doesn't suck too, so. So right there I threw in my equalizer pedal with just a little bit of high-end push and a little bit of gain push, and that gives it the choppy metal sound. Without the pedal, with the pedal. harmonics right there? Those are great. I love hearing harmonics in my guitar tone. For some reason, I'm crazy about that. When I hear harmonics in a guitar tone, I keep the amp. If I don't hear the harmonics in a guitar tone, I don't want to play it. And that's why I don't play some of the amps around here. Not naming any names. Anyways, so that's my BlackStar HT1. And for little money, you know, you can pick them up used on Guitar Center used for about $100, you know, within the 150 range. Don't pay more than 125 or 150 for it. If you can get it, it's a great amp to have. And it's actually really good for bass. Great bass amp, as well as, you know, the orange dark stuff. For some reason, it just, for me, I love the way my Jim Root Dark Terror sounds on the bass. I just, it's got the harmonics, it's got the push, it's got the woof, it's got the growl, it's got the highs that you need in a bass, you know, to cut. And the same goes for this BlackStar, right? So, you know, just a little tip right there that the BlackStar and the orange products are great for bass. Nonetheless, this has been the BlackStar HT1. I really love this amp. It's definitely one of my second or third place favorite amps. I'd like to get the HT5 just so I could give a shot to play with an effects loop. I'd really like to see BlackStar just reissue this amp with an effects loop on it, because it's a very strong product for little money and little trying, right? Like, you don't have to have all of this stuff. It's just already good. All you need is like an EQ pedal to shape, you know, to sculpt it how you want it to be. Other than that, it's perfect. So what do you think? Do you like BlackStar? You've seen me really kind of go crazy with the 6505 and then the orange and back to the Piranha, and now here we are with the BlackStar. What do you think about this? Maybe next week, or, you know, some other time on another video vlog, I can do like my Class 5 over there. I have the Marshall Class 5, and then I also have a little BlackStar. That's like my BlackStar little 20 watt, I don't know, stereo amp or something like that, right? ID core, some shit. Class 5 is awesome. I can't get the metal tone I want out of it over here in this corner. Incidentally, I was playing my Ibanez, Fender, and some other stuff. Anyway, so yeah, that's been this video. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with the BlackStar. It's a lot of fun. It's a really cool amp. It has a lot to offer for such a small little weight class. You know what I mean? Like 1 watt, and it sounds that good. Why would you even mess around with, you know, like digital, you know, amp sims? Why would you mess around with that? This is 1 watt and it sounds that good. I mean, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe my ears are shut. Tell me how you like it. I mean, you hear how that sounds. Why would you mess around with amp sims? That's perfect for me, you know, in terms of gain. Anyways, that's been this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, share. Tell me what you think. And yeah, man, see you next week. Have a good one.